What's going on YouTube? I just wanted to bring a quick update for those of you that are playing Sorcerer. I've been having a lot of fun, and it's a lot more powerful than people led on to believe. I hope some more people chose this because it's a lot of fun. The Malignant Hearts are very, very powerful and make leveling a breeze. I mean, I've been able to do everything solo, dungeons, strongholds, bosses, mapping. I mean, here's the Butcher, solo Butcher. Granted, not like I'm melting him by any means, but damage is good, survivability is good. It feels really nice. So, I think that this will easily take me up to level 50. And we'll get into the Malignant Hearts, and there's one specifically that really makes this build sing. And again, here's some stronghold content. The bosses, we'll get to the boss next, but I tried some group play and I tried some solo, and even after all the changes, I actually think that solo feels the best, to be totally honest. With the new damage modifiers and increase or health increases that the monsters have now, it feels better. I mean, and see here we have a big stagger on a boss. The damage is bonkers. This is a stronghold boss too, so this feels really good. As you can see, I mean, survivability, you do have to play some mechanics. You can't just stand in front of things like you're a barbarian or whatever. But, here we're standing in poison, and, it damages chunking us pretty hard, and, we got to get out of it, but not enough to, not be able to be hit by anything or anything like that. So the build feels really good. I'm really, really happy. And just to kind of get into a little info about it, we basically use all three elements. We use cold, fire, and arc or lightning to basically proc our new Malignant Heart that does, you do about 10% more damage per unique element that you've hit an enemy with. So because we're using all three, we get about a 10% times three, and I believe the roll goes up to 12%. So the damage on that feels really, really nice. At some point, I'm not. This is the best combination of skills that I've found for using all three. So these may change at some point, and one of the Malignant Hearts we uses arcs lightning between enemies when you critically strike them. I don't know if that's enough to proc the damage boost on the Malignant Heart, but we're gonna get into that and try to figure it out. All right, guys, let's get into the tree just real quick. You can see what we're doing. Spark, we just put 1 point. We take it over to Glinting Spark for the increased crit. We might move over once we have more crit. Then we come down. We put 5 points into Ice Shards, Enhanced and Destructive, just for some vulnerability. When we get Exploit, we'll move around some of the vulnerability stuff. Exploit is the glyph that provides vulnerability benefits. We take one into Flame Shield, and this is one of the ones we put into our class specialization. As you can see, enchantment down there, Flame Shield automatically activates when you take fatal damage. So if you're going to die, this will proc and hopefully save your life. And then that's why we go over to Shimmering Flame Shield for that extra life. We put one into Elemental Attunement. We'll put more into this. Then we put one into Frost Nova. I believe I have something on my items for now that's giving me a point, but we just put the one, and then come down to Mystical for the vulnerability. And then we take Hydra, and we put 1 point into that, and then we come up just for the crit chance, just because we don't have a lot of base crit chance, so we take as much as we can in the tree until we can start getting it on our gear. 3 into lucky hit chance. There's a lot of lucky hit chance stuff on Sorcerer, so that one's pretty nice. 1 into Blizzard. We'll probably put a couple more into here. And then we come up to less mana for Wizard's Blizzard. Then we come down, we take all the cold stuff, because our damage primarily comes from cold, even though we do use the other elements just for the damage boost, which you'll see in the Malignant Heart when we get to the gear. And then down here, just a little bit of lightning stuff. Probably won't spec too much into this, and we'll eventually move these out, but I may end up maybe taking some stun. We'll see. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. And then down here we have Avalanche. Until I have better resource generation and all that kind of stuff, I'll probably stick with this, but I tried Shatter for a bit, and this is a lot of fun for clearing packs and stuff like that. But this seems to have been helpful for just maintaining some mana and proccing that free no mana cost every once in a while. So that's that. That's the tree. Pretty simple, 1 through 35. And then as far as gear goes, I mean, again, just throw on whatever the highest level is. You know, if it's got a good mod on it. Like for instance, I did upgrade this a couple times because it has that damage on it. So otherwise, you don't really need to be upgrading things. If there's a mod on something that you really like or that would be beneficial, you know, maybe throw a couple into it. But really, you don't need to be upgrading until you get into tier 3 and 4. As far as aspects, basic skills gain attack speed. This you can get from one of the dungeons. I would recommend going to get that. The other one we get from the dungeon is restore one of your primary resource when you crowd control an enemy. So anytime you chill or freeze or anything like that, which we do a lot, you get some resource. And this is also our big Malignant Heart. These drop all the time. These won't have a problem, but this is where our big damage comes from. So for every unique element you use, you deal 9.8%. So we deal damage with 3 unique elements, cold, fire, and lightning. That's why we spread it across all. Even though lightning doesn't do a lot of damage and fire doesn't do a lot of damage, it procs these damage increases for just extra damage. So this is our build as of right now focuses around this Malignant Heart, and then the other two we use this aspect drop for me, but we take a little damage reduction for if you've taken any elemental damage or resistances, excuse me. And then here for our Malignant Heart, critical strikes electrically charge. This I need to do some more testing. I think ideally if this was enough for me to proc the damage on this Malignant Heart, I think that I may move around my basic skill from an electric one to something that just feels a little bit better for resource generation. But I don't know if that's how it works yet. So if you know, please let me know. And you know, we can you know, try to figure this out together. So the last aspect I recommend you get is this Ice Shards, pierced 3 times, dealing 25% less damage. This just helps with clear a little bit. I don't have the currency to craft it onto anything at the moment. And I also wanted to use, when you cast a Blizzard, it periodically spawns Ice Spikes. So this dropped naturally, this ring. So I wanted to use this. So now I just need the materials so that I can craft Ice Shards onto probably one of the weapons. I think I'm going to go with, as of right now, I won't go with the two-handed. I'll go with 2 with the focus and the wand, and then I can just have 2 aspects. I haven't found an aspect yet that I feel like I should devote to a two-handed weapon. That might change later on, but that's where I am right now. So I hope this is helpful, guys. This build's been a lot of fun. So just please, you know, leave a like, subscribe if you have any tips. If you're running something similar and have found anything cool, please let me know. But yeah, Malignant Hearts, they're very, very powerful. Sorcerer feels great, and we'll see you on the next one. I'll probably make another update right around 50, right as we start the Paragon, and then, you know, again, maybe 75, and then, you know, 100. So be a couple more. I'll keep you guys updated, and, you know, if you want to follow along or have any tips, please let me know, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, take it easy, guys.